Today I'm going to be attempting something that's never been done before in the history of Bloons BTD6. And that is completing Game of Chimps mode with every single pop from all 100 rounds given to the Lord of the Abyss, which is known as all pops chimps. Now, needless to say, it's going to be a very difficult challenge. One, because the Lord of the Abyss can't even pop lead balloons, but it also has very lackluster BAD damage as well. Thankfully though, the top path Mermonkey got massive buffs in the recent updates, so this might actually be possible now. Let's hop right into it and find out. Here we go guys, Chimps mode on the map Cubism, and obviously we are going to start with the Mermonkey in this specific location. We have to start with the Mermonkey here because the Mermonkey obviously has to have every single pop in today's challenge. So this is the only thing we can start with. It needs to pop the balloons on round 6. Now, thankfully for us, the base Mermonkey actually did receive some nice buffs in the recent update. It's cheaper than before, and the projectiles are faster than before. Well, actually, no, they're not faster. They have a longer lifespan. So that should be pretty good for us, because when Mermonkey was first released, it was actually a pretty bad starting option. But now, with the recent buffs, I feel like this guy can survive quite a long time. We're going to buy Trident Efficiency, though. Our plan really here off the start is going to be saving up for this Abyssal Dweller as soon as possible. Once I get the Abyssal Dweller up, I think we'll be set for the early game. But yeah, all pops chimps, ladies and gentlemen. This challenge is so much more difficult than 2 million pops for a couple reasons. One, you have to start with the tower that's going to get all the pops with it. So that cancels out like pretty much half the towers to begin with. I think even more than half the towers you can't start with. But also you need the tower to solo rounds like round 100, for example, where a lot of towers don't have sufficient BD damage. And one tower that actually doesn't have very good BD damage is the Mermonkey as well. But I think I have a way around that. So you have to stay tuned for it. And there is actually like an index that kind of tracks all pops chimps that have been completed. And there is actually 105 current submissions in there. But Mermonkey, at least according to the index, has never completed an all pops chimps before. So if we do this right here, guys, this is going to be the first submission ever, which is very exciting to say the least. We got to lock in here though. I'm not sure if we can save up straight up for this Abyssal Dweller is the problem. Yeah, round 12 actually looking difficult. Okay, what I'm going to do then is I can actually get a glue gunner in here to help out. We also did bring Geraldo, but I'm not going to place Geraldo for a while. I definitely want to get my Abyssal Dweller up before I place Geraldo. 100%. The glue gunner helps out a ton though. This guy obviously doesn't steal any pops, and it'll slow down the balloons for us, clump them up a little bit more to make our Trident Swiftness do more overall work. Now I might be wondering why I placed the Mermonkey in this specific location, where I could have placed it like in the middle, I could have placed it over here. You would think there's better locations for it, right? Well, one of the problems of the Abyssal Dweller, guys, is that the Abyssal Dweller cannot pop lead balloons. So you might be wondering, Ryan, if it can't pop lead balloons, there's no way you're affording something like an MIB by round 28, right? So how are you going to even deal with the lead balloons? And that kind of gets into my placement here. The way I'm going to deal with lead balloons is by placing an acidic mixture dip, Alchemist, and that'll give the AMD buff to this Mermonkey, and then this Mermonkey can pop leads. But the problem with doing that is that the Alchemist is going to steal pops, obviously. So I need to have the Mermonkey in an area where I can Alch buff the Mermonkey without the Alchemist stealing pops. And this specific location should be pretty good for that, was my thought process. Okay. Come on, snipe that red. No. Okay, I'm gonna get bigger globs this round then to make my glue gunners pierce 2 instead of 1. That should help me out a little bit, hopefully. Strong targeting on the Mermonkey. All right. It looks like we did a lot better this time. And I'll put the glue gunner in first when the balloons come around. And yeah, we're good. Nice. Okay. First. Come on. No way. 1 red balloon. You gotta be kidding me. All right, let's try to stick your glue on the glue gunner then. Make that glue sticky. I like my glue sticky, bruh. I think this makes... Wait. How does that miss, bro? How does your seeking miss, EchoSense Precision? I'm hoping I did this time. I got EchoSense Network. It looks like we dealt with all the pinks. Yeah. EchoSense Network over sticky glue worked nice. Ooh, this round is a big problem. Oh my gosh. No, dude. I don't know. I need my Abyssal Dweller by this round, I think. Maybe buying EchoSense Network was not the play because it was too expensive. Wait, we actually did a lot better this time. I still don't think this round's possible. I had so much better targeting and we're still leaking quite a bit. Yeah, guys, I don't think I can do this round. I'm going to try a different starting placement for the Mermonkey, and I'll catch you guys back on round 21. Okay, this placement for the Mermonkey actually appears to be substantially better. I haven't needed to place the glue gunner yet. Just the base Mermonkey has defended, and I think I can save it for the Abyssal Dweller as well with this, which is kind of absurd. I'm not going to lie. Just a difference of a few pixels, the defense are so much easier. Now, the only problem with this placement is I'm not sure if our AMD buff is going to work as well with it. Like, if it's going to steal, the Alchemist might steal pops in this placement. But either way, Abyssal Dweller has been bought. We love to see that. Round 19. After you get this Abyssal Dweller up, things become really easy, which is nice. This can just solo the round so well. They buffed the Trident's damage from it in the recent update. The Pierce buff from it is increased as well, but that's not really going to be useful in today's video. But yeah, very strong upgrade with all that being said. And now look at this. Round 28 is coming up. So we're going to turn off auto start because this is a very important round. I need to get this Alchemist in a position where the Alchemist is not going to steal pops, but it's also going to buff it. I'm thinking like right around here. Does this reach? Because this Alchemist position, the balloons have to travel all the way here to be reached by the Alchemist at the end of the track. So it should be good, and it does AMD buff it. The only problem with it is Moab class balloons, I'm thinking, because Moabs have a bigger hitbox. So I think a Moab would be able to reach by my Alchemist in this spot, if that makes sense. But yeah, round 33 now. This is finally time to place my Geraldo, guys. I am doing it on round 33 for a very specific reason, and that is because I need my Geraldo to hit level 20 at a specific time late game. So we'll get into that later in the match. But basically, I don't want Geraldo to level up too fast for me, as weird as that sounds. It'll make sense later in the video, so just stay tuned for that. But also, we should be able to get this Abyssal Warrior up here in a second. Alchemist has 0 pops, right? Alchemist has 0 pops, Geraldo has 0 pops. That's perfect. Abyssal Warrior has now been bought. More lead balloons. I need the AMD to throw. Okay, through. Wait, Alchemist got pops. Alchemist got pops. We got to restart that round. All right, let's get Echo Sense Network then. The increased range should actually help out quite a bit. I wanted to get discounts on the village before I bought Echo Sense Network, but we can't really do that if I'm getting pops stolen, can I? Oh, we're good, we're good. No pops stolen. Okay, we're fine. Now, round 40 is a round I'm a little bit worried about because I don't know if we can pop the Moab in time before the Moab gets here and my Alchemist will throw at it. Let's see. I'm gonna have to be ready to restart this round if the Alchemist throws. It didn't get any pops, it didn't get pops, it didn't get any pops. We're good, okay. We're still 0 pops stolen right now, which is fantastic. Now, the nice part is there isn't any more Moabs until round 50. And balloons, for the most part, aren't really a problem. This guy can deal with all the balloons pretty fine. Pink balloons are probably the scariest thing just because they're fast. But it looks like we're good against pinks as well here. Now, the Lord of the Abyss being about $7,000 cheaper in Chimps mode now is going to be very helpful because getting this up sooner than later is obviously great for us. I'm definitely not going to get this up before Moabs come out again though. So I'm a little bit worried about Moabs on round 50. Do I have Jerry's Fire for round 50? Is my question. I do. Look at this. I get Geraldo level 8, I'm pretty sure, next round. So I can use Jerry's Fire. And that should help me out for the Moabs that come out next round. Oh, wait a second. Can we hit that ceramic? Red balloons? Okay, I think we shouldn't get pop stolen on the Alchemist because those are reds and they're very slow. Yeah, Alchemist did not throw there. Perfect. Let's use a Jerry's Fire here because there's Moabs this round. I really don't want the Alchemist to attack these. Perfect. First one gets defended pretty easily. Second one, Alchemist has not attacked yet. Perfect. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the Lord of the Abyss has now been purchased. Oh my gosh. Great. Okay. Getting through the early game in all Pops Chimps was probably the first most difficult thing with this tower. The next most difficult thing is not actually going to come for a while. I think it's going to be popping the BAD because the Lord of the Abyss does not have that good of BAD popping power. But if I can get enough buffs on this guy, like an overclock, a homeland defense, I can get Echo Sense precision buffs to buff its range. I can hopefully have some rejuve potions from Geraldo coming in. I think we can deal with the BAD. It's just going to be really difficult. So the first thing I'm going to need to do to set myself up well for later is by maximizing discounts. So I'm gonna get discounts on this village, and I'm gonna purchase a second village over here. with discounts on this as well. This is going to be my MIB slash Homeland defense later in the match. All right, BFB, let's see how we deal with this. We should be good here. And after you deal with this BFB, I'm going to get another purchase on the field. Perfect, okay. I'm going to get a double discounted Heli, believe it or not. And you might think this is weird, but I'm going to get support Chinook. And the reason is I need to Chinook this AMD away. If I keep this AMD in this positioning for the entire match, this guy is certainly going to get pops. There's no way I'm going to be able to deal with the BAD before it reaches this guy's range, if that makes sense. But before I do that, I do need to get an MIB on the field because I need the lead popping still. Even the 5th tier Mermonkey does not pop lead balloons without acidic mixture dip buff. So we'll get this MIB here first, which is under a discount, by the way. I'm always worried when BFBs come out because it feels like the BFB is going to reach this Alchemist's range, but it never does. So it looks like we're good, right? Yep, nothing reached it. Okay. The dream is still alive. I'm almost... Oh, I actually do have enough for the support Chinook. Perfect. Okay. I need to Chinook stuff at a timing, though, where the support Chinook's not going to steal any pops is also important. Like, I want to move my Mermonkey into the water right here is where I want to Chinook it to. But I can't Chinook it there right now, or else the Chinook's going to attack. So I need to be smart about this. I don't know when the best timing is to do that. Probably when there's a slow blimp on the screen would be my thought process. And the annoying part is you can't use the support Chinook ability between rounds either. I thought you could do this in the past, but it appears you can't. So that's going to make things difficult too. Wait, this is the timing. This is the timing. Right here. Okay. Move. No pops on the Heli. Perfect. Heli back. And now I have AMD on this, which is exactly what we want. Alchemist is not going to get any pops either. We can move this Alchemist out of the way soon as well. I just wanted to move the Mermonkey first. But Alchemist does not reach balloons over here. It only would reach Moabs. Alright, Alchemist, we'll move it to here, I think. Well, actually, wait, is the Heli gonna get pops if I move the Alchemist? Maybe move the Heli here first? I'm gonna wait till there's an opening with the balloons. Wait for it. Here's the opening. Now. Still 0 pops and everything. Perfect. Okay. We are in the kitchen right now, ladies and gentlemen. I am chefing it up. They call me Chef Mehalic here. I want to start placing Mermonkeys under double discount with EchoSense Precision or EchoSense Network to increase the range of this. But I'd need to do it at good timings again, is the problem. And I don't have any openings right now. I could get a Mermonkey under single discount and get here pretty easily. Honestly, maybe that's the play. I feel like double discounting them is almost impossible right now. So I'll get one under single discount right here. And what I can do now that I have this placed, it has 0 pop still. We're going to move it all the way to the bottom right corner. Wait, does the Heli get pops here? No way. Heli didn't get any pops. Heli didn't get any pops. And this has 0 pops. And this has 0 pops. And this has 0 pops. We're good. We're good still. I got one EchoSense Network now. All right, round 79. The Lord of the Abyss should deal with this pretty easily. I actually now have enough for the Cold Arms, so might as well purchase this guy. Feeling pretty good on defense here. Haven't really had to dive into draw to shop at all, which is fantastic. The less amount of money I spend in the shop, the better for me, because it allows me to afford more buffs for my Mermonkey later in the game for round 100. Fortified BFBs should not be a problem either. Everything's fine here. Okay, I've realized I can do something. So I'm going to try here. It's round 80 as well, so it's a slow ZOMG. I can go for a double discounted Mermonkey, and then at the start of the round, we can shift it all the way to the bottom right corner. Now, perfect. And no pops get stolen from that. We're still at 0 stolen. ZOMG should not be that bad. We're just going to use Cold Arms ability just to help out a little bit. We've got 3 EchoSense Network stacks on this now. The maximum on the stacks is 10, by the way, now. It used to be 5. But it's now 10, which will definitely help me out. Alright, ZOMG is not an issue at all. Perfect. Doing it at the start of the round is the best play. And now the rounds are mostly blimps and not balloons at the start as well, which helps me out for getting these Mermonkeys down. Let's see if I can squeeze out another one this round. No pop stolen. Right? 0. 0. Round 82 is not an issue at all, dude. The Lord of the Abyss is just so strong. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still so surprised they buffed this guy. Like, the main attack's strong, the tentacles are strong, it pierce buffs other things on top of it. The only main weakness is that it doesn't have lead popping power. Obviously, it's not an issue for us anymore. We have the MIB village, but yeah. I feel like it did not deserve a buff. All right, we're gonna try to go for another Echosense net. All right, we're gonna try to go for another Echosense network this round. Wait, I think it attacked. It did attack. Okay, we need to restart this round. I did not know there's Moabs at the start of the round. So we're not gonna go for an Echosense network this round then. I think round 85 though starts with ZOMGs. I'm pretty sure. So round 85 should be a pretty easy round for me to do it. And we'll shift you all the way to here. These Mermonkeys should not be able to reach a BAD's hitbox, right? At least until the BAD gets really far along the map is my thought process. Even though the BAD has a really big hitbox, the Mermonkey's range is not even close to the track here at the moment. And yeah, the ZOMGs are absolutely no problem for the Lord of the Abyss. I really feel like we're not going to have any issues against any round besides round 100, to be honest. It's just getting ourselves set up perfectly for round 100 is the biggest challenge here. Okay, we've got 7 stacks now. That's good. I don't know if I want to go for any more stacks at the bottom right is my thought process, though. I feel like we've kind of exhausted these placements. Where if I get more, their range is going to be bigger and they're going to be placed in a less ideal spot where it might be able to reach a BAD on some of these corners. So maybe I just stop with the Echosense networks now. All right, DTs this round. Let's see how the Lord of the Abyss fares against this. I feel like it'll defend pretty easily. And my suspicions are correct. We're actually getting pretty close to saving for that Homeland defense now, which is fan-freaking-tastic. These BFBs shouldn't be that bad for us either. The pierce on this thing, again, is just absolutely nuts. Okay, I'm looking at this Alchemist positioning, and I feel like it's too close to this corner, if you know what I'm saying. Like, it'll reach a BAD's hitbox here. So, I'm thinking a better location for my Alchemist would be down here. It's probably farther away from the corner right here. Like this bottom left corner. So yeah, that's what we'll do. All right, I think this is the round to get another Mermonkey down. So we're gonna get this Mermonkey in the top right corner. I also can get the Homeland defense now. Start the round. Move you now. No pops, no pops, no pops, no pops. And we might as well just use our Homeland defense here. Let's see this guy go absolutely ham. Yeah, I've already got over 1 million pops on this guy. And round 94 goes absolutely down. No questions asked. Okay. What's the next thing I want to purchase? I've got to think about this. Probably an overclock. The only problem is overclocks have really big range. But I feel like it's an absolute necessity to get an overclock, right? Where would I even place the overclock? Home and defense again. Still 0 pops and everything, right? Yep, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get a cleansing foam right here. And we can get to do an overclock later. And at the start of the round, I'm gonna move it up here. Now, you might look at this and think, Ryan, that overclock is certainly gonna get pops if a Moab reaches that area. And certainly it will if a BAD does. Yes, but I think I've got a way around this. So, just let me cook, ladies and gentlemen. That does not reach balloons, though. It does not reach balloons. That's good. It's so close to reaching the balloons too. Round 96, let's use the Homeland defense here. All right, we're good, we're good. Let's get this up to a overclock now. We'll keep the cleansing foam targeted away. Still 0 pops in this guy. All right. Oh wait, one thing I should have been doing this entire time, and I kind of forgot about it. I might as well use the items now. We can use a Jerry's Fire on this. And I can use an invisibility potion. Pickles won't be good on this. It has a really high base attack damage, so pickles aren't worth. But the Jerry's Fire and the invisibility potion increase the range are certainly worth. And might as well overclock you now. And Homeland defense, because why the heck not? These don't get pops, right? It's actually kind of close for these to get pops, I'm not gonna lie. It looks like we're good though. It's a little bit nerve-wracking. 0 pops. Okay, 0 pop still. All right. We can get a Glue Strike. Glue Strike would be good. That's going to give me extra damage. And it will especially help the Jerry's Fire more because the Jerry's Fire is low base damage. Homeland Defense. Overclock. Round 98 is absolutely getting obliterated. Holy cow, I've never seen such a clean round 98, ladies and gentlemen. That actually might have been too easy, though, because I would want my abilities for 99. So what I can actually do, though, is I can get into why I placed Geraldo on round 33. Because during round 100, I can upgrade Geraldo to get a refresh on the shop. So what I'm going to do on 99 now is use all of my creepy idols, and I can use some glues against the DDTs when they come out. Let's use an overclock here. Come on. This looks like it defends pretty easily. All right, now we're on to the round we've all been waiting for. Let's get a pop count check here. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and 0. All right, here we go. So what's my plan here? I want to use 2 rejuvenation potions, upgrade Geraldo to level 20, use 2 more, and that will allow me to use so many homeland defenses and stuff to help me out. Now, I actually have a little bit more money on top of that, so I might be able to do some shenanigans as well, but I'm going to have to move this overclock is going to be important, because I can't let the BAD reach the overclock's range, or else this guy will get pops. I think everything else should be outside of the BAD's range, besides the overclock. Either way, let's send it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, use the abilities. Rejuve potion. Overclock again. I am going to move you to this corner. Blue Strike again. This gets 0 pops, right? 0 pops. Does the overclock still have 0 pops? It still does as well. That actually worked. Move the heli down to the bottom right. I can also go for a Mermonkey in the top right, top left now. An Echo Sense Network. Perfect. Let's use another rejuvenation potion from Geraldo. Overclock again. These don't get pops. These don't get pops, right? 0. They weren't in the range. Perfect. 0 on this still. All right, lock in here. Lock in here. I'm going to upgrade level 20. Use another Rejuve potion. Glue Strike. Overclock. I can go for another creepy idol now. Homeland defense coming in here again soon. Where is it? There we go. This Mermonkey better not get a pop. You better not get a pop, Mermonkey. You better not reach it. Oh, it might reach it. It reached it. It reached it. I can't place that Mermonkey in the top left, I'm pretty sure. I know how I can fix this, though. I know how I can fix this. So what I need to do here, we'll use a Rejuve potion. I am going to reapply Overclock. Use this. I'm going to move the Overclock here. Use Homeland Defense. This got 0 pops. This got 0 pops. We need to use a Rejuve potion. Move this now. Perfect. This still has 0 pops. We just had to double heli ability here for that to work. And I'll move the heli back down here. Still 0 pops and everything. Let's upgrade Geraldo now. Another Rejuve. Homeland Defense. That Homeland Defense timing was kind of bad, I'm not going to lie. Alright, we're going to use our last Rejuve here. Come on. Homeland Defense, last one. Creepy idols, come in. Glues. We popped it. I'm out of Homeland Defenses, though. Please. No. Nope, nope, nope. Alright, this is the run. This is the run. Last Rejuve potion. Still 0 pop stolen. Right? Yep. Overclock again. Homeland Defense. Creepy idols. Glue. Come on. Glue. Glue. Did we do it? Did we do it? Did we do it? We did it! every single pop. 2,042,693. There's no way, bro. That was absolutely insane. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you did. Mehalic out. Peace, guys. We just made history. Ladies and gentlemen, update 44 is now officially released, yes, with the Mermonkey. And it looks like to unlock the Mermonkey, I need to get 3 million pops, so give me a second to go do that. And to get the pops for the Mermonkey, I found the easiest way to do this was just doing the Moab Madness quests 3 times in a row. It only took like 10 minutes. And then with that, yes, the gift is opening, guys, and we did unlock the Mermonkey. Let's get it. So now that I have the tower and all of the upgrades unlocked, I wanted to put the Mermonkey to the test with a new 2 tower chimps combination with the Permaspike and the Popseidon. Let's see if we can do this. And guys, if you do want to unlock everything for the Mermonkey instantly, there is an $8 bundle in the shop where you get all the 5th tiers and everything for it. And if you're gonna get anything from the BTD6 item shop, make sure to use creator code Mehalic Pops. Thank you for your support. All right, here we go, guys. We are on chimps mode, of course, and I'm gonna be starting with the Mermonkey right about here. Yes, sir. Because today, guys, we are gonna be doing the 2 tower chimps of the Mermonkey and the top path spike factory. It's actually a pretty interesting one. And the reason why I want to do this is because, one, it's a 2 tower chimps combination that's never been done before, especially because Mermonkey is new. But also, I think we could get 2 tower chimps and the 2 Megapops challenge in the same run with this combo. So it should be a pretty fun time. Now, as for the Mermonkey, we are going to be getting middle path on this. So we'll get sharper prongs. All right, this should defend. And this will actually be upgraded into a Popseidon with bottom path. The reason why we need bottom path is because we need the camo detection on it, so it can defend DTs and stuff later. But Popseidon is unbelievably strong, guys. It's probably the strongest 5th tier on the Mermonkey by far. Okay, are we good here? Ooh, close. No. Let's try bottom path. We'll try to get Echo Sense Precision for this round because it does give me Seeking on the projectiles, so hopefully that'll help me out a little bit. The Seeking's not fantastic, but it's better than nothing, you know? Okay, I think we might be good here. Oh, no. Come on, seek to that. Seek to it. Let's go! W Seeking. But yeah, ideally, we don't really get Spike Factory down for a bit because obviously the 2 Megapops challenge is going to be done on the 5th tier, the Popseidon. So we want to keep our Spike Factory pops at below, okay, we sniped that. At below 42,000, I think is the amount. So we're gonna see how long we can just solo with the Mermonkey then. Okay, this round's been causing me a little bit of problems. So let's try to do a little bit of target micro here. I need to snipe that red balloon's the issue though. I can't, the Mermonkey does not have enough range to pop these balloons at the end, and I'm not getting snipes on it. Okay, I think I did this time. Come on, please. Yeah, we're good, All right. These rounds are actually quite difficult for the Mermonkey to defend though, so I think I will actually go for the Spike Factory here now. I don't have Echo Sense Network. I don't know if it's worth to buy at the moment. It only increases the range by a little bit and not the actual popping power. So I've kind of just been holding off on that, but I think we'll get the Spike Factory down. I'll place it all the way in the back as far as possible, basically, because I don't want this getting very many pops at all. We'll get a little bit of pops here, but only if necessary. I want the Spike Factory getting pops, basically. Okay, so far with the Spike Factor in the field, it's actually made quite a big difference for our defense. We have saved up about half the way towards Riptide Champion, so I'm feeling pretty good about this, but this round in specific looks like a little bit of a trouble for us. Spike Factory handle it? I'd like to believe so. Oh, what a snipe. Okay, we got 177 pops in the Spike Factory. Still not bad. We'll be getting a lot less once I get Riptide Champion up. And this guy actually does pop white balloons, which is interesting because it shoots a frozen projectile, but I mean, I'll take it. How many pops does this have now? 200? All right. We need to keep it below like 42k, so we are well within that range still. We got that up? Nice. Big plays. And I'm thinking about now. I could honestly, since it's a new 2 tower chimps, I could go any path on the Spike Factory. Maybe I want to go for like a Deadly Spikes Perma Spike instead of top path. I feel like, or I could go middle path. We'll actually do bottom path Spike Factory. Let's do that. How is this guy doing, by the way? He's actually missing quite a bit. The projectiles are so slow. Ooh, lead balloons. I think I sold, guys. This guy can't pop leads, and I bought it too early to the point where I can't afford white hot spikes. I think I've got to literally restart. No, dude, I should have planned out better. All right, I'll catch you guys back on round 28. All right, I'm back to round 28 now, and we are about $1,100 off of the Riptide Champion, but we do have the white hot spikes this time, so hopefully the Spike Factory can solo the leads, because if it can't, then I'm in big trouble. But I assume it can. Now, after that round, we have 595 pops on the Spike Factory, so it is going to get quite a bit of pops here, unfortunately, due to the lead rounds. But once we get the, I think it's the 4th tier Mermonkey, the Arctic Knight, now it can pop leads after the 4th tier, so we kind of just have to let the Spike Factory get pops here, especially on this round as well, round 30. All right, well, it's going to pass 1,000 here, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, 902. And we are almost there to that Riptide Champion. Come on. Perfect. Dude, the projectiles are just missing everything, though. Oh, my gosh. I think we're fine, though. We're definitely fine. I just don't want the Spike Factory to get that many more pops is the thing. Ooh, more lead balloons. This is unfortunate. Okay, put this on last. Try to make it hit the zebras, maybe? And the leads are kind of blocking pretty well. We'll have it hit the white balloons, though. Okay, put on first. Now, the zebras are faster than the leads, thankfully, so now I can target the zebras. Because obviously, we just want Spike Factory to pretty much only be popping the leads for us. It solos, right? Oh, no. It doesn't. Okay, I think we need to cross path this, and I'm actually going to go bottom path because I said we'd be doing the 2 tower chimps with the bottom path Spike Factory. We'll try only smart spikes and see if that's enough. I'll probably put this on smart targeting as well. All right, let's see. Come on. Hang on. Okay, the Spike Factory hanged on. We're good. We're good. All right. More leads this round too. Oh my gosh. And this round actually might be even more of an issue because it's mixed in with a ton of balloons this time. So my Mermonkey can't hit the other balloons if it's getting blocked by leads. Okay, put on last. Now first. Ceramics as well. This might be it. Okay, we're gonna try long life. The problem is I might have needed long life multiple rounds earlier, you know what I mean? Alright, we're restarting. I'm sorry, we have to. It literally, oh man. This sucks.
10 years later.
Alright, we're back, gents, and we got the long life spikes the multiple rounds before round 38, so hopefully this time the pile's actually big enough to defend, because we were actually kind of close to defending the previous times. It's just we barely went down. Alright, spike pile handle, please. Please. Please, don't die on me. Alright, it handled. Nice. And I don't think there's any more lead balloons for a bit here, so hopefully we're just good against the stuff that's non-lead. Because lead balloons blocking obviously causes a lot of issues for me. Round 40, the Moab actually. I don't have Arctic Knight for this, so this might be a problem. As in might. We kind of need our Spike Factory to solo this, don't we? As in kind of, we do. And the Spike Factory hangs on. Nicely done, brother. W's in the chat for the Spike Factory. What's the pops on this? 2,500? Okay. We can deal with that. We can deal with that. We can work with it. Arctic Knight is almost here. Come on. Perfect. Now, I don't know how much the actual main attack changes for when you buy Arctic Knight. I think the main attack does get buffed with this, but the main reason we get this is the ability. The ability is absolutely insane, and the ability can pop lead balloons too. So we'll be using that accordingly when it's necessary. Ooh, camel purples. Does this pop purples? It still doesn't. Bro, purple balloons are going to become a problem for us. Let's use the ability. Let's use it. It does come back actually pretty quickly though. Look at this. It's already halfway down off cooldown. It pops leads though with the main attack, so we don't have a lead weakness anymore, which is nice. I'm just going to buy deadly spikes right now actually, because I think it's going to be very difficult to save for pop side without it. And the problem with something like the Spike Factory is if I just wait till I die without deadly spikes, then I have to do a full restart because the deadly spikes builds up a pile over multiple rounds, you know what I mean? So it's best to just buy it first, in this case. Alright, Mob round 50. Let's see how we do against this time. We couldn't beat the round 40 one without an ability. Round 50, we are dealing... Oh yeah, we already popped it. Look at that. Okay, so it definitely is a lot stronger as the 4th tier. We are taking a little bit of spike factory damage, though. What, 3,600 pops on this? I should have maybe just used my Arctic Knight ability there to save myself spike factory damage. Okay, that's not going to be that much damage. Yeah, we're good there. It's interesting. If the projectile flies farther and then crashes into a ton of balloons, it's actually insane DPS. But if it just hits the balloons when it's close, it's not that great. So Poseidon has an interesting mechanics with how it works there. Yeah, you can see it just one-shot those ceramics when it was... Yeah, look at that. Good work. All right, we are officially halfway through the save up now. And we have, what, a little less than 5,000 pops on the spike factory. We're gonna get some here, though, aren't we? 5,000 has been passed. Yeah, man. I've been failing a lot of the 2 Megapops challenges on my channels recently. Hopefully, we'll be able to get this one done, but it's... I don't know, dude. We're gonna restart that round. Oh, no! If I restart the round, I lose my entire spike pile. Okay, well, that's actually not good for us at all. I did not know that. I was restarting the round because I was gonna take a lot of spike factor damage last time, but... Okay, I think we're good this round this time, though. As long as that doesn't regrow farm too crazy. Alright, we're good. So I don't want to... I can't restart rounds. It's actually so annoying, too. That makes it a lot more difficult for me. I just lose the entire spike pile. Alright, I wanted to use the Arctic Knight ability pretty early here, so hopefully I get it back for the next round, because I'm pretty sure the next round has a lot of purple balloons, which, as we found out earlier, are a weakness for this tower. Okay, we just missed all those yellows. Nicely done. Oh, wait, no, it's round 62 that has the purples, actually, not round 61. We're gonna use this ability early. Okay, I think we're good here. I didn't actually take that much spike factor damage here. We're at, what, 6,000 pops on that? Okay. Yeah, this round is a problem round. I'm gonna wait as long as possible to use this ability. Let's use it now. Oh my gosh. What the heck? This round's insane. Do I need to get permaspike up? I think I do, dude. Oh no. Oh, there goes the 2 Megapops though, I'm pretty sure. If I need permaspike, I'm definitely not doing 2 Megapops. At least it would be a new 2 tower chimps though, you know? I didn't realize round 62 was gonna do us dirty like this. The purples are insane. I'm not even sure if we can do this as well now, guys, to be honest. I don't know if we can save up for Poseidon. Because it's going to take a long time for us to get the money for this. Yeah, we've got to give up on the 2 Megapops challenge. There's no way my Spike Factory is going to maintain under 40,000 pops on this huge save up for the Poseidon. So, as unfortunate as it is, we might be able to do the 2 Megapops X 2 Tower Chimps later with this guy, but it's not going to be today's run, unfortunately. Alright, so this is the point pretty much where I would have been able to afford the Poseidon if I didn't buy the permaspike, and we've got about 34,000 pops in this, so if I didn't need the permaspike, it actually probably would have been possible to complete the 2 Megapops, but unfortunately that's not going to happen today. But we'll see if we can still get this new 2 Tower Chimps combination. We need about another 30,000-ish for this, so we'll keep on saving up. Alright, round 76. Let's use our Arctic Knight ability here. Are we good? Ooh. Wait, if I restart it now, does it take away the permaspike pile as well? It doesn't. Okay, that's good to know. We're going to set target this, and we're going to use it now. Oh, that's shredded. Okay, yeah. Wait. It shredded until it didn't, and now I've regrow farmed. Okay, so every time we use it, it appears to just create more of a regrow farm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait as long as possible to use it, so then the balloons don't have that much time to regrow at the end. You know what I mean? Yeah, like this. I think that's the way to take the least amount of spike factory damage. I think that made sense. Ooh, this round actually could be rough for me. I mean, the amount of regrow that's happening right now. I don't know how big the spike pile is, but we're gonna hope it can handle. Because look at this. Oh, no. I mean, we are kind of close to the pop side now. I'm not gonna lie. We are, what? 14,000 away. It looks like we did handle, thankfully. But it's on strong. The Arctic Knight ability is actually pretty good against mob class balloons here. I've got 3 BFBs left. Oh crap, I have the Arctic Knight on set target. Let's change that. 2 BFBs remaining. Alright, pop the first one down. Come on. First, I'm gonna wait till it gets by this log so then I can bounce them. Alright, that didn't work necessarily as I wanted. I wanted to like bounce all of the Arctic Knight bolts upwards, but use geometry there. Okay, I wonder if I put this on far targeting, does that reach the ZOMG? Because it honestly might be a decent idea to get a little bit of mob class damage in on this. I don't think that reaches though. It definitely doesn't. Okay, let's keep it on smart then. Oh, it does reach. What? How did that reach? All right, let's use this. Because then it allows my Arctic Knight to do a lot more damage for us. If we help pop the ZOMG layer. And the Spike Factory takes less overall damage. Yeah, we're good there. Nice. I honestly think we're going to be able to save it for this Poseidon. I mean... Oh, look how many BFBs there are this round, though. But, like, we are only, what, 11k off? Which we should get 11k pretty fast on these rounds. So, hopefully we'll be good. If I can just keep the Permaspike pop in ceramics, it actually does pretty... Like, doesn't take that much damage against ceramic balloons. I feel like the Permaspike pile will stay decently healthy. And right now, that's pretty much what we're doing. Puts on strong. Yeah, just let it eat the ceramics for breakfast. Alright, we're good. We popped all the mob class with our pop side in there. 50,000. We are 6,000 away, dude. No way. We can do this. We can do this. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set target right here. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to get a good geometry action in here. Let's go now. Yeah, look at those bounces. Look at those bounces. Okay. That actually wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, but it was something. Fortified BFBs this round, too. I think if we beat this round, I honestly get it. Right? Do I get 6,000 this round? I'm pretty sure I do. Come on, use the ability. Alright, Permaspike pile. I need you to handle, brother. I need you to handle. I think it does. So it looks like we have a healthy pile there. It looks like it. Permaspike's got 100,000 pops, unfortunately. Let's use this. Alright, these mobs shouldn't be a problem. We are almost there. Okay, so we're about $500 off. $500. Alright, these super ceramics are absolutely insane. This guy cannot deal with them, so we'll use the ability. Come on, Poseidon. Poseidon, I need you. We got it. Oh, look at... It's night and day, dude. Look at this. We just absolutely shred now. And now I'm pretty sure the rest of the rounds honestly won't be much of a problem at all. I think once you buy this guy, it can pretty much solo the 90s, but we'll see. It's unbelievably strong. All right, ZOMG here. Let's see how we do. I'm actually going to use the ability with it too in a second. Let's use it. Let's set it target right there. Use it now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what you love to see. It's interesting. It's actually popping the back BFBs faster than some of the front ones because the way the projectile works is it grows in strength the farther it travels. You'll see the same thing with these ZOMGs. I think the back ZOMG is going to pop first. Yeah, you see that? It's weird how it works, but it kind of makes sense. All right, round 90. Let's see how we do against DTs. And DTs are not really a problem at all. Nice. Yeah, this guy is insane how strong it is. It's not even like that expensive of a 5th tier as well. I think it's what? It's less than $70,000 in total, I'm pretty sure. So It's like a similar price to probably what would it be similar price to? It's honestly similar price to a Dark Champion. Maybe, probably cheaper than Dark Champion, in all honesty. And that round actually got shredded with the ability. Nicely done. More DTs this round, and they are gone in a blink of an eye. I don't think our Spike Factory has gotten a single pop since we got on this Poseidon, which is pretty crazy. All right, round 94, we've got 98's little brother here. Let's use this ability. All right. And let's see how we do here. So far, it looks like 94 is no match for the Poseidon, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that, we are done. Ooh. The Poseidon actually does not solo, because look at this. 95 is a problem round. I'm going to use the ability. Wait, can this not pop? Oh, it can pop leads. Interesting. So the ability can't pop leads, but it can pop purples. But the main attack can't pop purples, but it can pop leads. Weird. Okay, put this on strong. So it hits the DTs. Okay, yeah. We're doing good once the purples are gone, though. Once the purples are gone, we're relaxing here a little bit. We might take a little bit more Spike Factory damage against this, but yeah, 95 is a little bit of an issue for Poseidon. Still has that purple balloon weakness. Puts on last, use the ability. 96, this is 98's little brother. We were facing the little brother earlier. And it looks like all the BFBs are done for. Now we've just got the ZOMGs remaining. Let's use the ability. And everything's gone. Nice. I feel like it's honestly not bad, like, BD popping power, but I feel like the best strength of this is the group popping power. Like, it just is great against groups. But the overall single target damage isn't terrible either. Alright, ability here, run 98 now, ladies and gentlemen. This is typically the hardest round in Chimps mode, but for Poseidon, it doesn't look like it's that difficult, I'll be honest. Taking a little bit of Spike Factory damage, probably could have done 0 Spike Factory damage if I had better targeting, but that's totally fine. I'm going to save my ability as well. I kind of want to save it for round 100, so we'll see if we can beat 99 without an ability. Fortified DTs. We definitely could have beat it with the ability, but our Spike Factory handles, and then now we're in round 100. Okay, we're going to use this early. Can this guy solo a BAD? That's the question of the day. Can a Poseidon solo it without any Spike Factory damage being taken? Let's use this ability now. Alright. Getting some solid damage in there. Let's use another ability now. Oh, that one's going to be pretty effective because it's in a corner of the map, so there's a lot of bounces going into it. I might take Spike Factory damage against the DTs, actually. I am. Dang. It might be possible, though. I feel like it's definitely possible to defend it without taking any damage. It was really close, you know? Okay, let's use the last ability now. Yeah, and the ZOMGs and the insides of those are not a problem at all. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. A brand new 2-tower Chimps done with the Perma Spike and the Poseidon. Oh, and as for the pops here, we're at 1,939,000 on the Poseidon and 114,000 on the Spike Factory. So it's actually pretty close to getting the 2 Megapops done. Not a bad try. Guys, it is finally here, update 45. Now, obviously, this is the Blast Populous update, but unfortunately, there's no boss event active for another 2 days, so you guys are gonna have to wait for that until I showcase the boss again. However, one thing I can showcase is the Mermonkey guys, which got a ton of buffs, mostly centered around the top path, the Lord of the Abyss. And here are all the specific changes. The 3rd tier Abyssal Dweller Trident damage was increased from 2 to 4, and it now gives a pierce bonus of 10% pierce instead of 5% pierce. For the 4th tier, the Tridents now do 8 damage instead of 2 damage, and now it gives a 20% pierce bonus instead of 15% pierce bonus. And lastly, the 5th tier Lord of the Abyss now gives a pierce bonus of 40% instead of 30%, and it's actually much cheaper at $23,000 cost in medium mode instead of $29,000. So with all these Mermonkey buffs in mind, I actually want to do a 2 million pops challenge with the Pirate Lord, which you might think is a little bit weird because the Mermonkey got buffed, but that's where Mermonkey's going to come in handy because we'll be doing the 2 million pops challenge on Monkey Meadow, ladies and gentlemen, and using the Lord of the Abyss as our pool of water since there's no water on this map anywhere. Let's see if we can do this. And also, guys, in this update, there's a huge revamp to the shop with the new fast track pack for $9. And in fast track mode, you can start 1/4 of the way into the round count on any map with all the right cash on hand. Not available in any of the competitive event modes, but this will save you a ton of time. So I myself actually just purchased this because I think it's actually going to be really helpful. And if you are going to purchase the fast track pack or anything in the shop, make sure to click the creator support in the bottom left and put in code Mehalic Pops. Thank you for your support. You guys, look at this, $5.15 to place the Mermonkey. It's so cheap now. However, this doesn't actually really help you with starting with the Mermonkey in chimps mode because you can't place any towers alongside of it, and there's not money round 1 to start with your Mermonkey, so we still need to start with something else here. So as is the case with a lot of 2 Megapops challenges, we're going to start with the Beast Handler here, a Micro Raptor. This is pretty much the best starting option for 2 Megapops challenges all alike because it is extremely cheap, it's effective, and after you get your 2 Megapops tower down, you can kind of just target this guy away so it doesn't steal any more pops after that. Now, if you guys didn't know, I actually have done this challenge before of getting 2 million pops with a water tower on a map with no water, but it did not count as an official BTD6 index run because I used regrow farming and I regrow farmed some of the stolen pops. And that's kind of how the run is verified in the 2 million pop runs. So this time around, we're gonna try to get a verifiable run, especially with the buff that's gonna help us out a lot. And just like that, I do now have enough for my Mermonkey, which is going to be placed, I think right about here is gonna be the best spot for it. Is this enough for cleanup? If I just have my Micro Raptor, yeah. The actual projectile speed increase from the Mermonkey is actually quite nice. I'm now noticing that. It appears to be a lot better cleanup than I feel like it was beforehand. So the main plan here in the early game is to spend as little amount of money as possible while getting this Lord of the Abyss as early as possible. So I want to minimize the other upgrades I'm going for. Right now, though, it appears the Micro Raptor and the base Mermonkey is kind of enough. How much does Geraldo cost? We also did bring Geraldo, as for pretty much any 2 Megapop challenge. Geraldo did actually get nerfed quite a bit in the recent update, but still should be the best hero for this challenge in my opinion. So you can't just do it 2 Megapops without Geraldo. And I think, speaking about Geraldo, I think this is the round where I can actually afford him. We're keeping Mermonkey on last year for a lot of the rounds. Oh, wait. I need to actually do some Beast Handler micro here. Okay. The thing is, green balloons are bad for the Mermonkey for the most part. So you want to pop everything down to blues before it enters the range. Yeah, just like that. And this is looking a lot cleaner. And we can get Geraldo down right here. Perfect. Nice. But I'm actually pretty surprised in the amount they've buffed the top path Mermonkey. I mean, it wasn't small buffs. They reduced the price, they gave it more pierce bonus, and the middle path is now a more appealing cross-pathing option too. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below about this. I feel like the top path Mermonkey was already pretty good to begin with, at least from my testing. So I'm not complaining though. It's going to help me out in this 2 Megapops challenge here. The early game with the Mermonkey is still a little bit weird before you get your 3rd tier up though. We're going to Trident Swiftness on this, and I need to save for this Abyss Dweller, 2270 for it. So that'll be the plan. I think I'm going to need more defense here though, is the only thing. What if I get something like a glue gunner to help me out, as weird as that sounds? Because this will slow down some of the faster balloons, and it'll be helpful for me after I get my 2 Megapops boat down later. So if this could work, that would be pretty good. And also another difference between this run and the previous 2 million pops I did with the carrier flagship on Hedge is this time I am going to be using the Pirate Lord. Because for one, the Pirate Lord got buffed where it does like 10 bonus mob class damage now instead of 5, which is actually a pretty big buff, I would like to think. So this would be a nice way to kind of test that out along with the Lord of the Abyss buff too. All right, how are we doing against these green balloons? So it looks like we're doing good. If I can just save up for the Abyss Dweller with this setup alone, that would actually be great. Very little money spent. But I think we go down here. Yeah. Alright, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to buy an Allosaurus. I feel like this is the smartest decision. It's going to make the early game probably pretty easy for us, I'd like to believe. I don't think I need to get any merging along with it, hopefully. This alone, with my Mermonkey cleanup, should be enough. Alright, cool. And you might be wondering why I have this like no score set thing in the top right with $3,000. That's basically tracking how much money I've spent. And I'm pretty sure this is something you need to have inside of your run to submit it to the BTD6 index for the 2 million pops challenge. So that's why I have it. Don't really pay too much attention to this. We'll be looking at pops, not our money spent. but I just need that for it to be verifiable. Ooh, Camel Balloon this round. What's going to be the best way to deal with this? I don't really want to get... Do I want to get Echosense Precision? Even though they buffed Middle Path with the Abyss Dweller, I think it makes sense to still get Bottom Path in this case. Just so I have to spend less money on Camo Detection before I get my bolt up. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, I think I can now get the Abyss Dweller up, which is absolutely fantastic. So we're going to buy that. This upgrade now gives a 10% pierce bonus to everything in their range, as opposed to 5% beforehand. And the Trident it throws does 2 extra damage as well, which certainly will be utilized in the beginning stages of the run. Also, lead balloons just get one-shotted by this guy, which is fantastic, because the top path Mermonkey still does lack lead popping even after the changes, so you need something that's going to pop lead in the early game rounds. All right, how are we going to do? There's a little bit more balloons this time around. It looks like the Abyss Dweller is absolutely handling, though. Not a sweat, to be honest, and I should be able to buy the Abyssal Warrior soon here, which is really good. There's this little Allosaurus on Strong is popping everything down in the lower layers, which is making it easy for this Dweller to catch up. Abyssal Warrior has now been bought, though, which is fantastic. Is it going to be able to handle these pinks? Yeah, pretty easily, actually. Nice. Now, as for the Abyssal Warrior, the Trident damage was increased on this guy from 2 to 8. So 8 damage is actually quite a big step up. And it also now pierce bonus. It also now gives a pierce bonus to your nearby towers of 20% as opposed to 15%. So yeah, it's quite a bit better. But this is the main one, and I wanted to focus on the Lord of the Abyss. And Chimps mode is now only 24,840. I kind of forget what it was beforehand. It was over 30k beforehand for sure. But as for the medium prices, it got a decrease in price of 6,000 in medium mode, which is probably like 7,000 in Chimps mode decreasing in price. Pretty substantial stuff. Now we still honestly should keep track of our stolen pops here. My Beast Handler has roughly 6k, this has 3k, and my Dorado has 1,000. Now to complete the 2 million pops challenge for the BTD6 index, it's not actually how many pops you get on your 2 million pops tower. It's verified by the pops stolen, as I kind of said earlier. And I need my pops stolen to stay under 42,000, like 690 or something is the amount. So we'll be keeping track of that while we go. And the Moab actually does run through. Shouldn't be a problem though. I think all I need to do against the Moab is probably just move my Allosaurus a little bit in the beginning stages of the defend. And I bet this defends now, because this will one-shot the ceramics. Crap. I might need to add a source micro even more than I just did. Like really sweaty micro here. Get as many bites as possible on this guy. I think we're good this time. Yep, there we go. Okay. I'm not sure if we can save up for the Lord of the Abyss straight up then, because we do have a Moab class problem, I now realize. And there is going to be more Moab class balloons I'll have to deal with before I make the 24.8k, I think. I don't think we make another 16k by around 50 when the next Moab comes out. Also, how did I die there? Let's see. What happened? We have this on last target now instead of first target. I don't know if that's going to make a difference. Oh, I think what happens is my Dorado sometimes hits these zebras into pink balloons, and the pink balloons are fast, so they can run by my Mermonkey in time. So my Dorado's actually weakening my defense, believe it or not, which is kind of weird to think about. But we're good this time. All right, a lot of zebra balloons here. Let's see if this can handle. Yeah, dude, the Abyssal Warrior is always just a balloon popping machine. This guy, I'm still very surprised as they buffed it, because I feel like it was a really strong upgrade to begin with. Oh, Camo Purples, actually, no, we're good. Those almost got through, and normal pink balloons got through. What if I move the Allosaurus a little bit lower and put this on last? I don't know if last target will make a difference, but it could. Because maybe it throws the Trident on some of the back pinks now, and is a little bit more consistent. And it's looking better this time with last targeting. I actually think we'll be good. And now we just have the lead balloons to deal with, which our Allosaurus will pop down pretty easily. Perfect. I actually might just be able to save up for this Lord of the Abyss with the setup then. Fortified Ceramic's not a problem for us. Ooh, Camel Pinks. Okay, so our Allosaurus can't help out here. I need my Mermonkey to attack fast enough for these. And I don't think it does. Wait, maybe on first targeting it works. The Camel Pinks are trying to sneak through, and they do. Okay. Let's use a glue then this round, I think, is the best way to deal with it. Just one little Dorado glue used. Nothing too crazy. I could buy Echosense Network, which actually might have allowed me to defend that round, but For one, it's more expensive than the glue, and the EcoSense network could actually be bad for me to buy. Also, are we getting these camel purples? It looks like we are. It could be bad for me to buy because I don't want my Mermonkey to get more range. If it gets more range, it might be able to start hitting mob class balloons around this area of the track, which is bad since once I get my boat down, I don't want stealing any pops, essentially. So keeping this Mermonkey at low range is important for me. We actually go down there, okay. I honestly feel like keeping the Allosaurus back in the back here is better on defense, just making my Mermonkey get all the pops. Because the Mermonkey only struggles against the fast, low-tier balloons. It can one-shot rainbows pretty much, so we just keep everything at the slowest layer. And it one-shots the ceramics too, so it just cleans up shop like crazy. And we're actually almost there. I will be able to get the Lord of the Abyss up before the next mole round, believe it or not. Which is pretty nuts. Or, yeah, we just now got it. Nice. Round 49, Lord of the Abyss. That's actually so early. Okay. And now that I have the Lord of the Abyss up, I do want to get my boat down. Now, the boat placement is actually pretty important here. I could place it here, but you can see it's not getting the icon. I want the icon to be on top of it, so I'm actually getting the extra 40% pierce now from the Mermonkey, not 30%, which is actually pretty massive. So this will be the placement we use. We are going to have to, unfortunately, leak this mob pretty much, or like get the pop stolen on the mob. But now I can get Pickle on this. I can get the Jerry's Fire. I can get a Creepy Idol back here. And hopefully the second Moab gets a little pop stolen. I'm also going to get top crosspath on the Pirate Lord. It's just going to be the best overall damage-wise. I don't need camo protection on my Pirate Lord because I can get village buffs and stuff. This round, though, I will use a camo potion. It's too early to get a camo village up. So camo potion is going to be the best play. Let's get Hot Shot on this here and start saving up for that can ship. Perfect. Now, the Pirate Lord wasn't actually the only one with the buff. The Monkey Pirates also got an increase in damage from its cannons to mob class balloons. So I'm actually pretty surprised they buffed this bolt middle path as well. Like, I feel like, am I crazy for thinking that the middle path boat was already OP and the top path Mermonkey was good? Either way, I'm not complaining though. Okay, Moab's here. I want to get pops. That's pop stolen. So let's use a Dorado Creepy Idol. What's our pop stolen looking like at the moment? 24k. We're looking at about 32k stolen. So I have another about 10k buffer. Okay. I really just need to get this Monkey Pirates here soon, is what it comes down to. Can you knock back those ceramics? Okay, this round's interesting. I'm gonna get enough for the Monkey Pirates here soon, but I think it's more important for me to honestly reapply the Jerry's Fire at the start of the round, just so I don't get any pops stolen while I'm trying to save up for the Monkey Pirates. Because we already have a decent bit stolen, and now we get the Monkey Pirates up. Nice. Something else I'm a little bit worried about is I want to get an Alchemist to Alch buff the Pirate Lord, but that's going to steal a lot of pops, isn't it? So I don't think an Alch buff is really smart at the moment. At least on this map, there's no good location for it, right? I could put the Alchemist like over here, but it still would steal pops when the balloons get far. All right, now that I have the Monkey Pirates up and stuff, I'm just gonna get the Jungle Drums buff on this. That's the first buff we're gonna do. Probably should get Radar Scanner on this as well, just so I don't have to keep reapplying the Camo Potion. And I'm considering if I want to get this Alch buff or not. The advantage of getting an Alch buff is obviously it's gonna increase the strength of my Monkey Pirates a ton. But the disadvantage is if the balloons get far enough, it's gonna steal pops. This would be like the best positioning for the Alch buff right here, I'm pretty sure. Let's both pull this BFB, by the way. Does this reach, is my question. It doesn't. Okay, I need a better placement. Maybe right here? Okay, this does reach. I think the Alch buff will be worth, to be honest. Even with the fact that it might steal some pops later, I feel like you can't go wrong with an Alch buff on a boat. And the Jerry's Fire and the Pickles did wear off now. I don't know if Pickles is probably not worth it on a Monkey Pirates, though. It does enough damage to begin with, especially with my Alch buff. So we're not going to reapply Pickles, but I probably should reapply the Jerry's Fire here. Okay, we actually got some pops stolen there, unfortunately. Yeah, let's reapply the Jerry's Fire. Round 63. How are we doing? I should use a glue. I forgot about this. I can actually use Sharpening Stone on my boat. So what if I did Sharpening Stone and Jerry's Fire? Is this enough to defend? Just don't use the Pickles. And it looks like they did pretty well. I can also get Stronger Stimulant on this too, which I probably should do. Yeah, that's the move right there. Stronger Stimulant gives me even more Pierce, attack speed, range, and better uptime on this buff. Pretty important. Moabs are getting obliterated too. The extra Moab class damage is shining through here. Alright, I don't know at what point I can actually afford this Pirate Lord. 28k, so it's a decent save up, but it's not an awful amount, you know? We'll keep the Allosaurus targeted all the way back here now. Hopefully at this point, I'm getting like no more pops stolen. Because there might be pops that get stolen later in the match due to my Alchemist positioning and the fact that the Pirate Lord probably still lacks significant BED damage. Alright guys, we're around 72 now. I actually haven't even needed to reapply the Jerry's Fire. This boat, with only utilizing pretty much one side of the cannons, have been absolutely destroying these rounds. I'm not gonna lie. The boat is so strong now. I would like to boat pull this. We actually pop it first. I might want to use the Jerry's Fire this round then. Wait, not really. I think I only got like 20 pops on the Alchemist that round. We'll take it. The longer I can wait to reapply Jerry's Fire, the quicker I get the Pirate Lord up pretty much. So that's why let's do it this round though. We'll get Jerry's Fire here and I'll reapply the Sharpening Stone as well, since there is a bunch of BFBs coming. I don't think that's a bad buy now. And we're about 11k away, so I'll be able to get this Pirate Lord before the 80s start, which is really good for us. Honestly, I should be able to get it, I think 75 or 76, because you make a lot of money in the late 70s round-wise. BFB here, I'm not actually going to boat pull this, because I know I need my boat pulls available for round 75, which is one of the harder rounds in Chimps mode most of the time. So I'll save that ability here. And now round 75 comes, we'll use the boat pull immediately. Actually, using that boat pull immediately might have been a bad decision, because we can defend one BFB pretty easily. There's groups of 3 that come out later in this round. So I was thinking maybe I should have saved boat pull for these ones. How many pops are getting stolen here? I only got like 20 pops on my Alchemist. I'm pretty sure my Mermonkey did not attack, so we'll take it. Pretty much nothing stolen. Oh, wait. I'm gonna get pops. Oh, actually, no, that didn't even reach my Mermonkey range. Nice. Around 76. Regrow ceramics. Actually get obliterated. Nice. Dude, the amount of icons on this boat right now is actually kind of crazy, because we haven't even buffed it that much, and we've got 8 icons on it. I mean, we've got the Mermonkey buff, we've got the Alchemist buffs, we've got the Jungle Drums, and we have the Geraldo buffs in here. It's pretty good. Let's use a boat pull against this. Lots of Moabs. It looks like we're defending these pretty easily, though. The Monkey Pirates is so strong. Round 78, we got a lot of ceramics here. I think I need to reapply the Geraldo. Actually, no, I don't even need to. I got like 80 pops stolen from my Alchemist there. Now we have the Pirate Lord. Let's go. Okay. That's going to be a big step up in damage for us. And does the Pirate Lord have more range? I'm actually not sure what the range was looking like beforehand. I feel like it has more range, though. Now, what's going to be the next thing I want to buy once I have this Pirate Lord up? I could go for like a Moab glue or a Relentless glue, or I could go for like damage buffing route, like a Overclock. Yeah, we'll get Moab glue first, and this glue gunner could be a glue strike later, but you can never go wrong with a Moab glue, guys. All right, ZOMG, we'll just boat pull that. Perfect. What's our pop stolen looking like right now, by the way? 6,600. That puts me at a little bit over 30k. 30,500 maybe? Okay, we're at like 33,000 stolen. That's not awful in all honesty, because I feel like we'll definitely go through these 80s without a single pop stolen, I'm pretty sure. The 80s should not be that bad. Let's get Relentless glue on our side. The only thing I'm still a little bit concerned about, though, is that we definitely lack BED popping power. And with only about 9k pops to spare as for pops stolen, that could be a problem come round 100 for us. Overclock has now been bought. We're just gonna keep this guy in the corner pretty much. The Pirate Lord is absolutely destroying everything, dude. This is so satisfying. All right, 2 ZMGs here. Let's just boat pull both of them. Make it pretty quick. That doesn't change the pops or anything, boat pulling versus attacking them normally, at least to my knowledge. And we'll overclock you. Now, the thing about the overclock is it doesn't actually have full uptime on 5th tiers. I think it's 66% uptime. You can correct me if I'm wrong, which means 1/3 of the time I won't have the overclock ability on this. But even with 66% uptime, it is still for sure worth it on this guy to buy. It's only about like 17k total cost or something. So yeah, it's not a bad buy at all. All right, we've got DDTs coming out now. This is normally the biggest weakness of the Pirate Lord. It's DDT popping power. However, now it has more mob class damage, and it's got MIB on it, which means every single attack is going to damage these. And yeah, DDTs get obliterated. That's fantastic. And now that we're in the 90s as well, I can apply the Jerry's Fire. That's going to last the rest of the game. I can apply the Sharpening Stone, and I'm actually going to apply a Camel Potion as well to give it even more range. So Geraldo's helping out a little bit here, which is always fantastic. Not going to apply the Pickles, though. Pickles would hurt, because Pickles slow down your attack speed for more damage, but the damage to attack speed ratio wouldn't make sense for the Pirate Lord. More DTs this round. Yeah, DTs are not appearing to be much of a problem. And by round 95, when it's the big DT round, I will have Call to Arms available as well. Okay, Balloons actually did push a little bit here, but we're good. Round 94, let's use a Bolt Pull early. And let's use a Overclock now. Overclocked Pirate Lord goes crazy. Let's get Call to Arms up now. Perfect. And this last CMG should not be much of a problem for us. Nice. Okay. Honestly, I'm trying to think of what I want to purchase. Probably a Balloon Sabotage wouldn't be a bad decision, right? I think Balloon Sabotage is the next buy here. Let's give this guy an Overclock. And we'll give it Call to Arms now. Oh man, look at it absolutely destroy round 95. Yes sir, Pirate Lord, get your revenge. Alright, Balloon Sabotage is now in here. Round 96, bunch of BFBs. We're gonna hook in 6 of them. We're gonna use a Balloon Sabo here. We're gonna Overclock you. Let's Call to Arms this. Let's use another hook in. Perfect. And round 96 does appear to be no problem. And round 96 does appear to be no problem for us. Honestly, let's get a second Balloon Sabo in here as well now. 2 Balloon Sabos should be quite good. We're on round 97, which I don't really want to use the hook-in, because I'd like to have the hook-in available for round 98. So we're going to see if we can defend this just straight up here with some abilities used. Ideally, I start round 98 with every single ability available, which I think we actually will be able to accomplish that here without getting pop stolen on top of that. Yeah, there we go. No pop stolen, that's great. Round 98. Let's use a hook in, 2 ZMGs, let's use Overclock, let's use Call to Arms, let's use a Balloon Sabotage here. We're absolutely tearing through this. I'm going to get a Glue Strike next going into round 100. That's going to increase my BD damage a little bit, which will be fantastic. Another Sabo here. Glue Strike has now been bought, perfect. Glue Strike ability this. Call to Arms, Overclock. Are we getting any pop stolen? I don't think my Alchemist has even attacked this round, so no. Alright, good. Now, we actually do have 2 Rejuvenation Potions available as well going into round 100, which is also huge for us. So that should be able to help us out with BD damage, because I can use more Call to Arms abilities and stuff. Round 99 is not appearing to be a problem for us. Okay. Do I want to wait for these abilities to come back, or do I want to use a Rejuvenation Potion early? I think we'll use Rejuvenation Potion early. And what I can actually do as well is go for a Embrittlement. Oh, I actually don't have money for that. Okay. I was thinking about doing an Embrittlement and my other Rejuvenation Potion, but I don't have money for that. So what we'll do instead is get all of my creepy idols down, because these don't deal damage, right? All right, here we go. Let's use a Rejuvenation Potion. We're going to Overclock you. We're going to Call to Arms you. We're going to Glue Strike. What's our damage looking like? It's not bad. It's not great. It's definitely not fantastic. Let's use these abilities again. Once I pop this down, though, I should be able to stole the insides. Oh, look at this pop stolen. The pop stolen are going to go hard here. Oh my gosh. Pop, please. Please pop. I should do this again. I think. Do I take it? Sabo? I don't know if I take this. Glue? Because I could move my creepy idols and stuff. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. Whirlpool? What are we at? We did it. 2,009,116. Okay, let's see what our pops stolen are though, because that is what's verified by. We've got 6,730 pops stolen on our Beast Handler, 24,798 on the Lord of the Abyss, 2,644 on Geraldo, and 273 on the Alchemist. And our ninjas and our engineer did not steal anything, thankfully. So that's all the towers, right? Yep. So in total, we had 34,445 pops stolen, which means we have completed the 2 Megapops challenge. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. That was definitely very fun. And all the balance changes helped me out a ton. Let me know what 2 Megapops you'd like to see next. That's it for today. I'm like out. Peace, guys. Have a good one. Today we have more Mermonkey gameplay, and in specific, it's the Final Harmonic. Now this upgrade is really cool because it can trap mob class balloons with its hypnotic tune, which is kind of similar to how the balloon shipper worked, funny enough, in BTD5. But the main thing we'll be showcasing in today's video is the fact that the Final Harmonic lets you reapply damage over time effects. So look how strong that actually makes the balloon solver in this case against a BAD here. And just for a frame of reference, this is how strong the balloon solver is against a BAD with no Final Harmonic. So today we'll be absolutely abusing that damage over time interaction by spamming DOT towers with the Final Harmonic and seeing how far we can survive in Chimps mode. Let's hop right into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are on balance in Chimps mode here, and I'm gonna start with the boomerang smack dab in the middle. Now guys, I have a very interesting video for you guys today. I want to see how far we can survive in Chimps mode by using the Final Harmonic. Now if you know anything about the Mermonkey, you might be wondering, Ryan, what do you mean? The Final Harmonic doesn't really pop many balloons, so how are you going to see how far you can survive using it? Well, while that is true, the Final Harmonic actually has a very cool ability where when it's activated, all of your damage over time dealers activate instantly, pretty much. So for example, one upgrade that's really benefited from this, and you'll see in today's video, is the Balloon Solver. Now, the way the Balloon Solver normally works is it puts the acid on a mob class balloons and does 6 damage every 0.1 seconds, so 60 damage every second, and it lasts 11 seconds. But if I have a Final Harmonic on the screen, what happens is that 60 damage every second for 11 seconds gets dealt instantaneously, and the glue can be reapplied. So basically, it's like I'm dealing 66 damage per shot with the glue gunner, and the balloon solver can attack at a pretty high rate. So it's pretty crazy. But not only am I going to be pairing the glue gunner with it, I'm going to be pairing pretty much every single damage over time tower in the game with the Final Harmonic and seeing how far we can survive. But to do that, obviously, we need to survive. So I am first going to Glaive Ricochet down because the Glaive Lord is also actually a damage over time dealer. Believe it or not, the orbiting glaives do count as damage over time in this game. So I thought, why not play this on balance, because Glaive Lord is extremely strong on this map. And yeah, put this guy smack dab in the middle off the start, which seems to be doing pretty well. All right, so we are going to need camo detection actually, because obviously the boomerang can't hit camo. So we're going to Mermonkey down right here, and hopefully that can solo the, yep, we're good against the camo now. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now I think we'll probably just get more glaives off the rip. I'm trying to think of how I want to play this out. I am going to need something for the Moab though, obviously. The Moab is not necessarily going to be easy to defend. Yeah, you can see the damage over time thing with just the 3rd tier, and trances non-mob class balloons with the hypnotic tune, magically detonating all damage over time effects and disrupting balloon movement. Now, I'm pretty sure the 5th tier is just better at it than the 3rd tier, so we're obviously going to be buying the 5th tier, but I didn't realize that it actually just activates on the 3rd tier upgrade alone. We'll buy that though. So the way it works right now is it cycles the balloons around the placement of the Mermonkey, but once I buy the 4th tier, I can set the echo to any point. So I'll be setting that to the center of the map, and then it'll be even more effective. All right, there's actually more camo balloons this round, so we need another camo popping power tower. So let's go for a Dartling here actually. And the reason I kind of want to go for a Dartling is because this is going to have damage over time as well, believe it or not, with the top path. The Laser Shock and the Ray of Doom actually have some pretty strong damage over time. So pretty much all the towers I'm placing are either going to be the Final Harmonic, obviously, or damage over time dealers. I'm trying to be very conscious with my defense here. All right, we have enough for Symphonic Resonance now. So now this will hit mob class balloons and I can target this guy. So we're going to put it in the middle, as I said before. And I'm not entirely sure about cross pathing on this. I don't think the cross path actually affects how the thing works. I think it just affects the attacking of it. So I'm just gonna get top path. I don't really know if it matters too much, but yeah. Now hopefully this is enough defense for the Moab class balloon. I assume it will be, especially because our Laser Shock should actually be more effective since we have the damage over time buff with this. So we'll see how this ends up working out. I think we're good. No way we aren't. Okay, let's try this again, but target our Dartling at the Moab class, at the Moab from the very start. Yeah, look at that. We already got a lot more Moab damage in this now. I think we should be fine now. All I need to do is pretty much trap the ceramics. Yeah, we're so good here, right? Okay, that wasn't even close. That made a big difference. And there's no more Moabs to around 50, so I shouldn't really have too much to worry about. All right, so far defending these rounds have actually been pretty easy. We got the more glaives now, but we got the Moab class balloons coming out once again, so we'll see if I need to target my Dartling here. I actually don't think I need to this time because I have more glaives. Well, last time I only had Ricochet. And it looks like we're good. If we could just save up straight up for this Glaive Lord, that would actually be fan-freaking-tastic for us because I feel like once we get Glaive Lord, it's going to be really easy for a while. Oh. Okay, yeah, camo balloons are a problem because this guy doesn't decamo until the 5th tier. And the decamo of it's not actually that great either. So what we're actually going to do here is I'm going to go for a village up here, believe it or not. We'll get Monkey Commerce, and I'm going to go for a mortar inside the village's range here. And this mortar is going to have Signal Flare, because the mortar also applies damage over time with the decamo, which is also useful for us. Because later this will be upgraded to like a balloon incineration. So that's another damage over time dealer we can use here, guys. All right, 2 mobs here. I think we're good. Let's see. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Just trying to save it for like Glaive Lord. All right, BFB here, guys, and we are almost up, fording the Glaive Lord now. I feel like once we get this guy up, we should just be able to defend for a very long time and probably just save it for the Final Harmonic after it, which we actually can buy the Final Harmonic right now, but I definitely Glaive Lord is what we should buy first, I think. Ooh. We actually end up going down. Okay. All right, we're going to try it one more time with just kind of Dartling on follow mouse targeting, see if that makes enough of a difference, because ideally, we kind of just don't go for any more defense and just build our Glaive Lord up on the next round. Okay, I think we did a lot more. All right, that time was a lot easier. We're good. Round 61. We should go get Glaive Lord this round here. Come on. Oh my gosh. No. We're so close, dude. We're so close. Okay, pop them down. I just need to get those ceramic. I need to get the ceramic income is the thing. Get that ceramic income as fast as humanly possible. Oh, we are literally 1 mob away. We need like a little bit of ceramics here. Come on. No, how are we still off? There we go. We got it. Oh, come on. Let's go. Glaive Lord has been bought, ladies and gentlemen. Now I can kind of just sit back, kick my arms up, relax, and save up for this Final Harmonic. Let's get it. Alright, it's been literally no problem for me to defend these rounds. I just now pretty much have enough money to get this Final Harmonic, thankfully. The Elder can echo its irresistible tune anywhere while devastating to balloons. The Colt inspires nearby heroes with improved range and cooldowns, and Magic Monkey's extra pierce. Alright, let's buy it. Perfect. But yeah, I feel like once you buy Glaive Lord on this map, it's just so easy to defend the early game. So, I mean, saving up for it was a little bit difficult, but now that we have this up, we should be good. And the crazy part is, guys, you're going to call me crazy for this, but this setup right here can defend a B80. And you might be wondering, Ryan, you're insane. How are you popping the B80 layer? Like, Glaive Lord doesn't have good single target damage. Nothing you have has good single target damage. That's true. But what I was talking about earlier, the Alluring Melody, detonating all damage over time effects, that works so unbelievably well with the Glaive Lord, guys. You'll just have to see it for yourself. It's hard to believe. All right, guys, I'm honestly curious if we can just beat chimps with our current setup. So let's see. We're on round 90 here, so let's see how we do against some DTs. It's going to be a good test. All right, those weren't very much of a problem, and we literally have almost 50k saved up, so that's actually pretty crazy. This Glaive Lord Final Harmonic combination is nuts. All right, guys, 95 now, so we could defend a couple of DTs, but what about, I think there's like 30 on this round, so this round actually gonna be pretty tough, especially because the Final Harmonic does have a pierce cap, so it won't be able to stun everything. You can see, yeah, some stuff is not getting cycled by it, but it looks like we're good. I'd like to, how does a pink balloon get through that? What? Okay, I'm just gonna leave it up to RNG, to be honest. I feel like if only a pink balloon leaked, we can just try this again and we'll probably defend or get close. Oh yeah, we defend the second time. We literally did not, we changed nothing at all. See, that's just how it is in BTD6 sometimes. Alright guys, we're on 98 now. Often the hardest round in Chimps mode, which actually, even though we have Glaive Lord, which is obviously tons of Pierce and everything, this still could be difficult for us because again, the Final Harmonic can't cycle everything. It has a Pierce limit for Mob class balloons, so I'm not sure if we'll actually defend this. It's kind of hard to tell at the moment. We just got everything cycling around this. 1.73 million pops on the Glaive Lord, by the way. So honestly, I don't think we'll hit... No, we can't hit 2 Megapops because we have 100,000 on our Final Harmonic. But it's going to be close. And it looks like we end up defending. Alright, well, 2 more rounds to beat Chimps mode. Fortified DTs here. Fortified DTs actually... This might actually get me. No! Yeah, I don't think I can beat this round. Unless I can put this in a different location. Possibly there's some tech like this. I can move the location of the Final Harmonic and that might do something. I don't know. Nah, that's still not enough. Okay. Okay, what we're gonna do then is I'm gonna end up getting Balloon Incineration. Balloon Incineration smack dab in the middle. We'll get Jungle Drums on this village as well. And this is gonna add a second damage over time effect. Plus, it'll defortify the DTs, which is also great. This should make the round pretty easy, I assume. Yeah, we're good. And now the BAD. Okay, I'm not even gonna target this Balloon Incineration. This is how confident I am that we're gonna defend this. The damage once this Final Harmonic actually activates is absolutely insane with the DOT effects. Watch this, watch this. It's already popped. It's already popped before it even gets a cycle through the circle. Like, that is insane. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's Chimps mode. But as I said before, guys, we are going into the free play rounds here. I want to see how far I can survive with only damage over time towers. All right, round 202. I think there's like a lot of DTs this round, but it appears this round's not really much of a problem either. Now, what's the next damage over time tower I want? I've got the Balloon Incineration. I've got the Glaive Lord. Okay, yeah, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for a village, actually. I'm going to buff my Glaive Lord with it. We'll get Jungle Drums. Perfect. And I'm going to get the next damage over time dealer, which is actually going to be the, what is the name of this? The Balloon Solver, ladies and gentlemen. The Balloon Solver, I think, is actually going to be one of the highest damage dealers for us with the Final Harmonic here. And we're going to get the bottom path on it as well. And I'll probably just keep this on first, I think. Alright. Now I've got 3 5th tiers up. I kind of curious how far these 3 alone can survive. So I'm just going to let these guys cook and save up as much money as possible. Wait, tons of DTs actually did look kind of scary there, but we're good. Okay, guys, we actually somehow went down on 111. I don't really know how that happened. Let's see what goes on this round. It's just a ton of ZMGs. Honestly, I'm surprised this kills us with the amount of Pierce stuff we have. Maybe it's just the Final Harmonic gets overrun. Let's see. And we try it again. I changed nothing, guys. I don't get it. I changed nothing at all, and we beat it. So, okay. All right, judging by the round we lost to earlier, this round actually could be a problem for us too. It seems like a similar buildup of composition of balloons. We got a bunch of ZMGs here, fortified and non-fortified. Let's see. No, it looks like we're good. And as for a pop count check, we have almost 4 million on the Glaive Lord. We have 500,000 on the Final Harmonic, 650,000 on the Balloon Solver, and 2.5 million on our Balloon Incineration. I'm not really too upset at this point though if we do go down, because I've got 75k on hand, so I definitely can work with that money, you know what I mean? Ooh, tons of DTs here. Yeah, DTs seem like a problem. Okay. Oh, I don't have enough for Ray of Doom. Okay. What's the next damage over time dealer? Honestly, I actually have an interesting idea. This isn't going to do a ton of damage over time, but still damage over time nonetheless. Because you can apply Moab Glue and Balloon Solver Glue, both. So we'll get a Super Glue here with Middle Path. This does add damage over time. So don't worry, I'm still following the rules, guys. And it should be pretty helpful for us. Because it'll stun stuff, obviously, right? And might as well get this into a primary training village, too. Oh, yeah, that made a huge difference. Okay, I feel like the Super Glue is going to be a pretty big add-on to our defense here. It looks like the rounds aren't that close anymore with this guy. Okay, BDs are back. These guys are a lot more ramped than before, but I honestly think this is not going to be a problem at all with how the Final Harmonic works with the damage over time. Let's see. Let's see. I think we'll actually shred these. I really do. You can see the glue's getting reapplied over and over again. By the way, this is what I was talking about before. And look how fast we're popping it, guys. We actually popped this one. Okay, we didn't pop it as fast as the round 100 one, but pretty much almost as fast. Put this on strong as well. We probably want the glue on strong. Oh, and the DDTs again are a problem. Is my mortar not decameling them in time or something? I'm not sure. Okay, we're gonna do the tried and true, just redo the round and change absolutely nothing, and then see if that works. Oh, it actually didn't work out this time. Okay. We need to do something here. All right, I've got an idea. We're gonna buff all of our attacking towers. We're not gonna add something that doesn't damage over time because that'd kind of be breaking the rules. But we'll get a call to arms village. This should allow us to defend. And it's just gonna make all of our stuff more effective, right? So I think this will work here. I'm gonna wait to use the ability though. Wait till we were having issues. Now we use it. And this has global range now. They buffed this a while ago where now it's got global. Yep, okay. I think we're good. I forgot to put this on strong, but I don't think that matters. Yep, we're chilling. Okay. Okay, funny enough, I haven't had to use call to arms since that round. We've actually just kind of been chilling for now. I've got 36k on hand, so feeling pretty comfortable. Honestly, can get home in defense if it comes down to it, but if not, I'd probably just want to save it for the next damage over time dealer, which would be the Ray of Doom. Which obviously that's a big save up, so I'm not sure if we'll accomplish it, but it would be nice. Ooh, look at all of these ZMGs here. Yeah, this round actually could be kind of tough for us. Let's see. I think we're good though. Super glue is actually really good against these, slowing them down a ton, so then the Final Harmonic can just constantly cycle them over and over again. I feel like we're fine. And as for a pop count check, 6,200,000 on the Glaive Lord, 1.5 or 1.4 on the Balloon Solver, 1 million on the Harmonic, and 5 million on the Balloon Incineration. So Balloon Incineration and Glaive Lord kind of the carries right now. Oh man, we actually ended up going down on 138. There's just a ton of DTs this round, so let's use a call to arms here. See if that makes a difference. I think maybe I should have waited for cold arms though. Yeah, look at this. There's still DTs coming out. I think waiting probably would have been the play. These things come out forever. Actually, it might be good. I think we're good. Okay, we're good. Nice. Fortified BAD in one round, guys. I think round 140 has a fortified BAD. And I'm a little bit worried about it. I'll be honest. I'm a little bit worried. I still can't afford that Ray of Doom. We're probably about, what, $30,000 off? Maybe $40,000 off? So, we'll see. I could buy a home and defense if necessary, but I'm kind of just curious as to how we're going to do here. Let's move this so we can get some early Final Harmonic things on it. Target this as well. All right, yeah, start applying the glue and everything. We're going to move this again in a second. Move it again. We got a damage stage on it. Not bad. I don't know if all this moving... Oh, let's use cold arms. Okay. The damage isn't as good as I would have liked here. We might be in trouble. We definitely are. Huh. Dang. Okay. Alright, we're gonna try homeland defense then. I don't know if... I'm not sure how to beat this round. I'm gonna try moving this again. Bring homeland defense out early. We'll target this. We might lose against the BAD guys. I'm not sure about this one. We can't cycle the homeland defense either is the problem. This thing just has so much HP. Is there anything I can buy that would make sense? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I can't beat this round with like buying homeland defense and just buffing my damage over time dealers. So what I'm actually gonna do is just buy Carpet of Spikes and see if this can handle. I know it's kind of low-key breaking the rules because it's not a damage over time dealer, but I want to test the Final Harmonic to its absolute limit here. So we're doing this, alright? We're doing it. Use the Carpet of Spikes ability here. Perfect. We're gonna move this thing here in a second. After it activates is over. Alright. There we go. How we doing? How we doing? Another carpet of spikes just activated. Perfect. Let's put you right there in center. Do I get this coat of arms back here? I really would love to have it back. Let's see. Let's see. Come on. We died of ceramics of all things? No way. Oh man, we're so close. I wanted to go for an unstable concoction with the carpet of spikes and see if that's enough to handle, but we only can get perishing potions here. It's very close. Wait, we actually survived. How did the perishing potions might have actually made the difference, ladies and gentlemen? Unless I die against the ZOMGs or the second BAD, which is actually still possible for sure. Coat of arms? Carpet of spikes here? Alright. Ooh, this is actually kind of close. Come on, don't die. Unstable concoction's been bought. Okay, unstable concoction's actually been pretty big here for us. I think we're good. I think we beat round 140. We did kind of break the rules here, guys, but trust me, it's okay. All right, I know I'm gonna get this comment that the Final Harmonic's actually not doing anything, Ryan, and all of your towers are just carrying. So what I'm actually gonna do is just test in sandbox mode real quick how well we would fare against this fortified BAD on round 40 without the Final Harmonic. And you can see there, we don't even pop the layer with the same amount of defensive setup. So we were close, but the Final Harmonic's definitely making a decent difference for us. All right, more BADs here. I feel like BADs are definitely the scariest thing for us, especially now that we have like the super glue and everything, which just stuns the insides pretty well. So we got 3 of them here. So let's see how we deal with these. This actually could be the end. I feel like, yeah, we actually almost went down to GTs there. This might be the end, guys. We survived 140, but 142, I think, has my number here. All right. Well, the Final Harmonic did put up a good fight. Let's look at the map. We got 2 million pops on it. We got 9 million on the Glaive Lord, 2.3 million on the Balloon Solver, almost 10 million on the Balloonson. So the Balloonson actually passed the Glaive Lord here. 600,000 on the Super Glue, which is actually surprisingly a lot. And 600,000 on the Carpet Spikes as well. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below about the Final Harmonic. But that's it for today. Mermonkey out. Peace, guys. Have a good one.